Hey guys, what's up? Alan checking in on PTO this week, so figured I'd drop a couple videos at you. Gonna do a couple more on the old Weber Smoky Mountain out there in Kettle, and then gonna do some car stuff as well. So I thought today we could start with I needed to get into pressure washer because the old gas one died after like 10 years, and I just didn't feel like trying to fix it if it was fixable. So wanted to try one of these new Greenworks units. I've been hearing a lot of good things in terms of, your consumer grade. I'm not a professional here, not going to be using it, for hours a day. So I didn't think that the gas engine was necessary. So this one is the 2300 PSI, 1.2 gallon per minute, electric version. It's got the wheels, little kart action right there. Yeah, from what I've seen online, this one's supposed to be a pretty good unit overall. There's a bunch of them actually, ranging from, I think, like 1300 up to over 3000 PSI. So this was one that was available off the shelf at Lowe's, and I would have liked to probably get the 3000 PSI one, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know if it was worth the price difference at almost double. Excuse me. This one I believe was $250, and I believe the other one was $450. So I'll put the prices up on the screen and verify. But I did get a couple attachments. Ended up going with the old surface cleaner because I need to redo my deck. So I'm straight. Bye bye. But I need to redo my deck in terms of the stain and do it for the year. So I figured that might help, and then I could do the driveway as well and clean it. So. And then, although I do have a couple of these already, just cheapy Amazon ones, and I think I have an Adams Polishes Chinese BS knockoff one that they call, one of theirs, like made in the USA, but it's not. But either way, we'll see how this one works. And like I said, I'll put prices for all three things up on the screen. So let's get this stuff unboxed, and yeah, let's start using it. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to tackle both cars today. It's the last day. It's going to be real nice, and it's supposed to rain later today. This thing's filthy. Wheels are disgusting. But old girl in here hasn't had much love either, so I kind of want to, as you can see, I got the jumper cables ready because I dorked it. I didn't put it on a battery tender, just because I just moved to this house and, just didn't do it. So I should have, but didn't. So let's get going here. I'm just doing too much talking. I've got a lot of work to do. All right, guys, I've thought about it. I'm going to try to do both cars for sure, but I think at this point, I definitely want to do the EVO first. I just missed her, and I kind of want to start her up, and, I am going to take it out this week because the idea is I want to track it this month, actually, which I haven't told you guys about, but I do want to take it to Blackhawk Farms, and I'll be doing that. I think it's May 19th, which is a Wednesday. It's like an open track day, so we will be doing that with this girl right here. So yeah, let's get this one cleaned up first and started, and let's see how this goes, huh? But first things first, let's get this. This thing's filthy too. The old Optima Yellow Tap, hang in there. Man, boy, she's dead. gonna take this thing for a quick rip. I got it up to operating temperature, and I want to see if it's breaking up in terms of the injectors being clogged up from sitting with the 85. So I'm gonna strap in, and then let's see what's up with this thing. I'll be back. Ignore the engine light that's always on. I can't wait for the to get the Motec M150 for this thing down the road. Hopefully next year. It's gonna be awesome, game changer on that level, but and safer too. So yeah, but so far, knock on wood, I haven't got in it, but so far so good. A little rough here on the clutch, huh? Out of practice. It's also not very forgiving. It's a XZD HD twin disc. It's not tough to drive, but it's a little chattery and likes a little gas off the line. So that's also hard to drive and do all this at once. Probably should have put the head cam on. So far it seems okay, other than my crappy driving. There's those brake pads. Race car stuff right there, boys. So it's definitely not breaking up. That's awesome. That's really good news, actually. So, wow. So we're just gonna bring it up to Adams this week since I'm off, and then have him just give it a once over. We'll check all the fluids, just make sure everything's good to go before I beat on it and blow it up. And yeah, hopefully this thing stays together for a season. That'd be awesome. Oh yeah, she's purring like a kitten. Ah, man, I love this thing. You forget how much you love it. I need to drive it more. It really is pretty streetable. I just feel like with the harnesses and the roll cage, I mean, this is a serious race car, guys. And if you're new to the channel, this is a 2011 Mitsubishi EVO GSR. And I bought it brand new back in the day. It's my second EVO. First one I had back in 2004 through like 2007 in Colorado, which was an EVO 8 GSR red. Maybe I'll find a picture and throw it up on the screen. But let's this is fourth gear, just rolling into it just a little bit, barely giving it juice. Brake pads on the car that are making so much noise are an extreme, you know, not extreme, but it's a track compound, and they make a lot of noise till they get a lot of heat in them, which you're never going to get that much heat in them on the street. But it's not terrible, but they're not ideal if you're going to daily drive the car. So yeah, wow, Jesus Christ, this thing's fast. All right, I'm gonna get back home. We're gonna wash this thing, and I'll check back in before I get myself in trouble here. Peace. Alright guys, we're back. This is what it looks like for all the people out there that want to know what the boxing and the packaging looks like. I'm not a real unboxing channel or anything, but figured I'd show you guys this. Looks like it's pretty simple, you know, being that it's electric, which is cool. So, instructions, but yeah, definitely need two hands for that, so I'll have to put you guys down. But yeah, it looks pretty simple. Nice. All right, let's get this thing put together, wired up to the hose there, or hosed up, whatever. And God, this thing looks good, even dirty, man. You forget how much you like stuff like that. I mean, I instantly got like just a dopamine, like a rush, like a high, just like a great feeling. Like I'm still just feeling good and looking at it in the driveway. Even though I look at it every day in the garage, I don't know, it's just the sun hitting it and dirty or not, you know, but just race car, boys. And check that thing out. Comment below if you guys want me to do a mod video. You know, I haven't done one of those in a few years, and just let you guys know exactly what's done to it and give you guys ballpark cost as well. So comment below. All right, guys, that's what we're looking at. So there's the actual unit there. It's not too big, actually. Not too heavy either, so it should be nice in terms of trying to lug it around the yard or do the deck or whatever. But there's your handle, this little soap panel thing here, which is interesting. Obviously the hose, and then your wand. Yeah, looks like there's 8 steps to put it together. So let me get this thing put together. There's that MR2 hiding. And we'll finally get to washing this thing one of these days. All right, boys, got this thing put together. So wasn't hard at all, honestly. Less than 10 minutes. So got your nozzles right there, including a soap nozzle. I put the turbo thing on right there. I'll probably end up taking that off and see what they recommend online for cars in terms of the different nozzles. But yeah, just gonna hook it up to the water real quick here, and then we'll fire it up. This turbo nozzle's interesting. Huh. So it's kind of cool how it's when you're not using it, literally, and it's not too loud, first of all. I mean, especially compared to a gas one. Holy cow, it's much quieter when it's on. What's cool, as soon as you let go of the trigger, it's off. But yeah, it's definitely noticeably not as powerful as the gas one I had, which was 3,200 PSI. But I mean, that thing could like rip the paint off your car if you weren't careful. So yeah, so let's see which nozzle we're gonna use here, the 15, 25, or 40, and yeah, see how this thing goes. All right, guys, we're gonna go with the green one. It looks like they recommend that's the best one. So let's see how this goes. That's definitely more powerful, I feel like, than the other one. The other one is kind of like this tornado type of thing. Gotta love the shut off, man. That's cool. I like that. I can get used to that for these videos. But what was I gonna say? How about the ceramic coating? First of all, on the car, it's still just literally. I mean, it's been over 2 years, and the water just falls off the car. So that's a bonus. That's cool. I definitely think the green nozzle's good. It's not over powerful by any means. Not gonna rip the paint off the car. So yeah, green nozzle for the win so far. But yeah, let me get to rinsing this thing off, and then we'll try out the soap gun next. So be back. Greenworks foam cannon test, part 1. Let's see if this thing works, huh? Yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's running off kind of quick, but not too bad. So I'm gonna put you guys down over here, and then we'll see how this goes. Yeah, first impressions are it's pretty awesome. So, and it's really easy to use, really easy to hook up and disconnect. Everything's quick disconnect. Yeah, it's just pretty awesome. So let's get it rinsed. Bet you guys thought I was done, but that's just really getting started. Got to get both the buckets out, the rinse bucket and the wash bucket, and yeah. Next up is the old hand wash, and then we'll use the leaf blower, top tip there in terms of making things quick and avoiding swirl marks is have a rinse bucket and then also use the leaf blower to dry it. It works really good, and then you don't have to use the towels and less chance of scratching. So I'll be back. All right, guys, what's up? Alan checking back in. 2 days later at this point, lost a bunch of coverage on the old GoPro due to it being corrupt. So basically you guys didn't see the end of the video where I dried the car with the leaf blower. And I showed you guys the 2-bucket method in terms of its advantages, etc., like I already talked about. But the car came out great. Honestly, outside of a couple door dings and the scratch on the trunk, I mean, it looks unbelievable for 10 years old and being a complete track car. And it was daily driven for 2 years, but it's still only got 47,000 miles on it and hasn't seen snow in the last 8 years. Just 2 years it saw snow, just briefly. Always been garage kept. But I mean, she's spotless pretty much. So I'm gonna get the door dings fixed on it, and we'll touch up the the chips and the paint. I'm not gonna make it perfect just because once again it's gonna get tore up, especially up in this general area. But back to the video topic, which was the Greenworks Pro 2300. I think it's awesome. I think for 250 bucks, I mean, honestly, I really have no complaints. I think it's a nice unit. I love how quiet it is. I love how quick it starts up. I love the fact that it shuts off, as soon as you let go of the trigger versus a gas unit. I think it's perfect for just, casual use, consumer grade use, washing your car, washing the deck like I'm gonna do. I think if you need something that's like, contractor grade, or you're gonna be using it for hours a day, I definitely don't think that it's gonna work well for you. But if you need something that's to really do some deep cleaning, then obviously I think you need the gas powered unit. So, but other than that, really happy with it in terms of initial impressions. I'll check back in terms of a long-term review, and after I get it put it through its paces, basically wash cars with it, get the deck done in the back. Want to do the garage here as well, the good old MR2, engine bay, stuff like that. I'm going to do the grill this weekend in terms of cleaning my Weber kettle that's not been cleaned in 10 years. So that should be interesting. But appreciate you guys checking in and liking some of the new videos in terms of, doing the barbecue stuff, car stuff, reviewing things like a pressure washer, as this bird almost flies in here. But I hope you guys like the new content. If you do, please leave a comment, thumbs up, etc. Subscribe to the channel like always, and we'll check back in. Have a great day.